Hello everyone, my name is Kleinen, and today we are doing another pop figure unboxing video on a Toys R Us exclusive. Before this video, I didn't have any Toys R Us exclusives, but because I can't speak. I didn't have any Toys R Us exclusives, but as I didn't go there too often. I didn't go to Toys R Us too often. I really wish I did know at this point because Toys R Us is sadly going bankrupt, and if you saw my video earlier, I was over at Toys R Us. So yeah, today we have a pop figure of Sprocket from what's it called, Fraggle Rock, and this is the 35-year anniversary of Fraggle Rock. Is a Toys R Us exclusive. They didn't have a lot of Toys R Us exclusives, but out of the ones that they did have, this one was the best one. So let's open him up. I already like this one too because it's a dog. Who doesn't love dogs? If you don't like dogs, there's something wrong with you. So here we go. Here is Sprocket. And right when I opened him, the one thing I liked was the tail, how the tail is. His head can turn. Yeah, his head was just locked because of where he was at first. But yeah, everything looks really good from the detail on the fur in the back. Everything looks really good. Like how he has this weird mustache-looking thing. The funny thing is with Sprocket, though, is that in the actual Fraggle Rock, his eyes are actually black. Like, they actually look like the pop eyes, which is really cool. The fact that how he's sitting down, he can't really stay up too well. Does he come with a stand? No, he doesn't come with a stand, so that's sad. So he might fall over. I'm not going to display him in the box anyway. Just because the way that his tail is, it's not level to his body, so he kind of moves all over the place. But yeah, his collar looks on point. How it's like red. Hang on. Let me get a reference image of Sprocket. It's been quite some time before I actually. It's been quite some. So. Fraggle. Frags? No, I don't want frags. I want Fraggle. Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock. What's his name? Sprocket? Fraggle Rock Sprocket. There we go. I don't want shopping. I want images. So let's find a good image of him. Yeah, there's a good image of Sprocket. There we go. So yeah, everything looks basically on point to his Fraggle Rock counterpart. Mostly everything. Yeah, there isn't really anything off. You can't really see his collar in any of the images, so I can't remember what his collar looks like. But based off of Funko normally does a really good job with detail anyway, so I assume that's what his collar normally looks like. But everything from how his eyebrows are to the fact that he has his mouth open with the tongue, and how the eyes are, everything looks great, and it's a good Toys R Us exclusive. It's the only one I have. They even made it so that, like, how his collar's kind of, like, coming off at the side there. You can kind of see it. Not really. If I turn it to the side, maybe you can see it better. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it better, how it's, like, slightly coming off. So, sorry, I have a sore throat and a cough and every single bad thing in the universe, so bad times. But yeah. So Sprocket is a great Toys R Us exclusive. I want to say a lot about it, but I have to make this video 10 minutes anyway. So yeah, the detail on this is really good. Can we do a quick little cover to tribute to Toys R Us? Can we like find the go onto YouTube? I'm pretty sure they won't have it. I can try. I can try out. I can't guarantee. Toys R Us. And instrumental, yeah. I don't wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a bunch of toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't know the rest of it. Yeah, that's a quick little tribute to Toys R Us closing. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a bunch of Toys R Us that I can play with. Toys R Us, you'll always remain in our hearts. Toys R Us. Should I do a tribute video? I should do that. I should do like a tribute video to Toys R Us. Because we're all gonna miss Toys R Us. I mean, I went to Toys R Us to get at least one Toys R Us exclusive before they closed down. Just as some way to remember Toys R Us. And to be honest, this is my favorite character in Fraggle Rock. If I had to choose something that's not a dog, I'd say Boober. Boober is my favorite character. If you don't know who he is, this guy. Boober's my favorite character. If you're not counting the dog, then yeah, Boober's my favorite character. But yeah. On the bottom it says Henson. Is Henson like the creator of Fraggle Rock? I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, Toys R Us, what I feel like Toys R Us should have done, if Toys R Us wanted to stay in business, they should have just made a video games R Us. But I'm dying. But the thing is with people with Toys R Us, hang on, I need to take a drink. Water. It's a thing you need to live. Yeah, if Toys R Us really wanted to stay open, they could have just made a video games R Us. They could have stayed open probably that way. They'd have a much higher chance of staying open. But the thing is with Toys R Us is that, all the littler kids who want toys instead of video games actually go to Toys R Us and get those. So, the fact that Toys R Us is closing is pretty sad, just because I didn't really grow up with Toys R Us much anyway. I barely ever went to Toys R Us, but it's one of those stores that kind of just like is there. Like I remember when I was littler, I'd always be like, "Can we look at Toys R Us?" And then with the Candy Carnation pop figure, he was originally supposed to be a shared exclusive with Toys R Us, but then he was changed to GameStop, and I'm like, wait, they already gave Princess Leia to GameStop, so why are they giving Candy Carnation also to GameStop? And then I found out online that they were giving Candy Carnation as a shared exclusive to GameStop instead of Toys R Us, because Toys R Us officially went bankrupt and they're closing and everything has to go. And like, it's just the fact of I didn't grow up a lot with Toys R Us, but it's still one of those stores that, like, once it's gone, like, even with your kids, you're like, even when, because I don't plan on getting rid of any of my Funko Pop figures, but, like, imagine if somebody has, like, a lot of Toys R Us exclusives, and then their kid's like, "Daddy, what's Toys R Us?" It's a store full of toys. Can you take me there? Like, you're not going to be able to take your kids to Toys R Us, which is the problem. Like, once Toys R Us is gone, there's, like, barely anywhere. Like, Toys R Us, like said in most of its trailers and commercials, has the biggest selection of toys in the world. And now that it's closing, that title's gone. Jeffrey and the two other ones are gone. I don't know their names. Jeffrey Jr., and the other one starts with a G. I don't know. But, yeah. All of them are just going away. It's not like Denny's either, where, like, only the Denny's in Colorado went away, and I was still able to go to Denny's in Roswell. No, it's, like, every Toys R Us in the world is going. Like, every Toys R Us in the world is just gone now, and it's really sad when you think about it, because Toys R Us was, basically, when you're a kid, Toys R Us is a magical place. Sorry. When you're a kid, Toys R Us is a... Sorry, I have a sore throat. Well, as I was saying, when you're a kid, Toys R Us is like a magical place. When you walk in, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, during Christmas, Toys R Us was the go-to store to get everything. But now it's gone. Like, a lot of things. Like, I didn't even grow up a lot with Toys R Us. I didn't even go to Toys R Us that much before it went bankrupt. But I'm still sad about it because it's like, it's basically probably like how when kids feel. I wasn't alive during the time, but it's like, according to some people that are older than me, it's like when Showbiz Pizza kind of went out, and then it went to Chuck E. Cheese's. And Chuck E. Cheese's recently announced, I had a similar reaction to Toys R Us going bankrupt, and Chuck E. Cheese's announced that they're going to get rid of the animatronics, and that's a thing that I'm kind of like, what? Why? Like, the animatronics is what makes Chuck E. Cheese's unique, and then just forgetting about that, then it'd kind of be just, yeah, it's just, there's a lot of places currently that are going through tough times because kids only want the games. They don't want, kids only want all the games. They want all the video games. Kids now don't want toys. Kids now don't want animatronics. They don't want to see things that look like, I mean, the animatronics at Disney, they're a whole different story. Because there is a dragon of Maleficent, the Maleficent dragon at Disney, in California, that is insane. Like, seriously, if you haven't seen it, it is so tall, it is so big. It actually shoots fire and sets an area on fire. But it doesn't burn anything. It doesn't, like, burn anything down. But if you have not seen the Maleficent dragon at Disneyland, California, you need to. It is insane. So, yeah. I'm kind of done with that. I'm just going to, like, put Sprocket back in the box and make sure he's kept in mint condition because this is what I do all the time, too. I'll make sure he's lined up evenly. And there we go. He's back in his box all nice. Then we can put him onto the pop tower. Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day. If you think I should do a tribute video to Toys R Us, tell me. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day. Inclined in, out.